Well, nobody's here yet, but that's expected, because not only do I not normally stream, but I haven't put out any videos in ages, never mind anything on HOI. I think I did put out... Ooh, I just realised the thing for HOI doesn't quite fit properly. Let's fix that, if it wants to let me. No, it just wants to keep moving it that way. There we go, that's better. Okay, what a successful start to the stream. Okay, so I've decided I want to, after I finish work each day at 4, I'm going to stream for a bit. But James, it's 2 hours past 4 right now. Well, yes, it is. It's currently 20 past 6, but that's because I've only just made this decision. But sometime between 4, well, for a period of time between 4 and 7 each day, for anyone who might be watching this as a VOD, I will be streaming for a bit. There are some videos I've been meaning to make, but I've been struggling to get myself the enthusiasm to do so. I've just kind of been randomly playing odd games here and there rather than concentrating on any one particular thing for very long. And I thought, if I'm going to be like that, I've also really wanted to do more YouTube stuff. And if I'm going to kind of be a bit all over the place with what I'm playing, it would actually work much better if I stream it than if I try and do YouTube videos on it. So I thought, I've been watching a lot of HOI at the moment. It's just got me back into wanting to play it. And so here we are. So I'm going to play some HOI. If anyone wants to watch this, because nobody's watching me right now. It says one current viewer, and that is me, myself. I am the one viewer. I know not a lot about how to be good at HOI. I know the basics, like you need construction and basic machine tools at the start of the game. That's always a good shout. But yeah, I haven't played HOI very much recently at all, so this will be interesting for me, getting back into it. I've done a couple of like kind of meme games. I tried doing Manchukuo and fighting Japan. I did it all on speed 5 though, because I was a bit short on time and wanted to just try it out. But I've decided what I'm going to do for now is going to start as France. We're going to get the Vive la France achievement. That's one I don't have. And what's a better way of learning the game than trying to get all the achievements? There is none. I'm also going to get Little Entente. I don't know if I'm saying that right. We'll go with Entente until someone corrects me. I was having a look at the focus tree in general. So Little Entente is here. And I don't know if I can get that while also, because from what I can understand looking at the focus tree, the important bit to get down to Little Entente is being able to do this. I can't do reform. I have to do reform the labour laws or protect the rights of man. The fact that I'm allowed to do protect the rights of man means I can go revive the nationalist bloc. And if I can, but however, where is it? I'm sure there's one that says can't be communist somewhere. I'm sure it said somewhere. Oh wait, is it? It's not on this, is it? Oh no, yeah, it says it on here. All the following must be true. Has not completed, be communist, and has not completed, be fascist. So, oh wait, no. Has not completed, utilise the leagues. Okay, so in order to be, I can't go, I was wondering if I could go unaligned. I can't go unaligned because I can't do utilise the leagues. When I was looking at this before, when I read can't do utilise the leagues, I read that as can't be fascist, but no. It means you also can't go down the tree over there either. So, I can do revive the nationalist bloc. And can I still then go down here? Requires popular front. Obviously that's the communist stuff. So if I do revive the nationalist bloc, I can't do utilise the leagues, which means I can only get these from that. So going that way would be silly. Whereas if I go popular front, then I can reform labour laws and get down to... Actually no, so I'm limited on what I can do that way as well. So, revive the Nationalist Bloc and the Popular Front. I need to decide which one of those is actually better for me. I mean, I'll have to do this one if I do more France games in the future, because I'm sure there's both a fascist and a unaligned achievement. I feel like considering this is the first time I've been doing France, at least I've played France a long time ago when the game was more recently released. I feel like to start with we should go democratic, and we'll go form the populist front, because I don't think there's any. Let me see if I can find out quickly by checking the achievements. Is there a France communist achievement? This is work verified webcam. I'm considering getting a webcam. Okay, now I can't see any Be France and Be Communist achievements. So, considering I won't necessarily go down there for anything later, I'll do the Popular Front this time, I think, and use that to go down to Little Entente. What we also need is we need to come over here at some point and do this. 5% more goods, consumer goods. Sorry, 5% less consumer goods factories would be good. What's it on at the moment? So we have 35%. So that would give us a small. Would that give us how many factories we got? 5%. Like give us like an A factory. That'd be like getting a factory, I think. Over here we have someone becoming the leader of the Democrats. I think that's probably the better place to start. We also need to be careful not to have a communist revolution. I can get tons of factories down there. More factories there as well. Also, we want to fairly quickly get down here, I think, because the sooner we get down here, the more likely we are to be able to get these people into our faction, I believe. The later we leave it, the more likely they are to either get eaten by somebody else or like join the Germans or something similar to that. So I'll start with forming the Popular Front. What do we need to do with our factories? What are we lacking? We're lacking infantry equipment, which in itself is god-awful because infantry equipment is kind of the lifeblood of war. So let's just stick our 2 factories on that. I have unassigned divisions. I've already assigned all the ones in France. I did that. What have we got? We've got some here, they can go there. We have 2 over here, they don't really matter. I'm going to instead... I can't see us getting invaded here, because we're going to be democratic, which means we'll be friends with the UK. Won't be in their faction, but they also shouldn't fight us. So I'm just going to put them with the ones up north instead. We've got this guy in Madagascar. We've got this guy in Syria. Then we have these guys over in Siam. And that should be all of them. So, these guys in France, I'm guessing the best thing to do would just be to split them. Actually, I'll just put them all on the German border for now. No, I won't. I don't like doing that. Where is... Okay, we can split in half. New unit. Go on the Italian border. There we go. Okay, so those guys are all doing something now. Who is this I just accidentally put in there? Oh no, sorry, the one just refers to... the one is kind of irrelevant there, isn't it? Because it's just talking about the army group. Field Marshal, Defensive Doctrine. You sound like a great person to be in charge of our home defences. You guys down here, I will put on this border. And you're just going to eat this bit of Italian land when you can. Then for these individuals, I don't know if I don't necessarily need to even defend this territory, but I will just tell them to do such. Okay, so that's all of our armies told to do something. Don't necessarily need to actually put anyone in charge of them yet, I don't think. So I think we're good to unpause now. Now I'm wondering how fast I should play it. I guess right now I could just put it on speed 5 because I'm not actually doing anything. I don't know how detailed I need to be with my actual army groups. Sorry, with because when I've been like kind of meme playing it before, I would do really simple things like this, but I'm not like here. I'm not guarding any of my ports or anything like that, which I really should do, I guess. So what I might want to do here, these guys, they're supposed to be colonial brigades. Excellent. So you guys are going to guard the ports. Let's put you over there. Any colonials in here?
Attention.
And then I'm just going to take a few infantry divisions out of these each, and we're going to put them on guarding port duty. So you guys, we're most likely, if we're going to be invaded in some way other than just via land, it's most likely to be a naval invasion. So I'm going to put them around there. And let's see, we just want the coastline and naval bases being guarded. Just in case it ever becomes relevant, shall we set some orders? I doubt. Say we're going to be defensive to start with. What I was thinking, one thing you can do here is as soon as they remilitarize the Rhineland, we could just declare war on Germany straight away. To me though, that'd be kind of boring and defeat the point of trying to get better at the game. You could argue taking advantage of anything you can is part of getting better at the game, but I know I can do that. I wouldn't be learning anything by just attacking Germany straight up and stomping on them. So I'm going to actually wait till Germany declare war on me. I won't be doing it on them. We also need to train more divisions with our okayish templates. Could do with one more combat width. I don't know a lot about the game. One thing I do know though is you need combat width to be a multiple of 20. Or 10 I guess would also work, but those divisions would be kind of crap. I don't know an awful lot about actually making divisions. I've heard like people talk about the metas a few times. I know at one point just having loads of armor was meta, and people, what was it? If I can find the division templates again. I think having like 7 infantry and 2 artillery, that's fairly meta, I think, for just basic infantry units. But say, I don't know an awful lot, and I'm hoping people in the comments, both during chat, I guess. It's not the comments if it's chat, is it? It's chat. If I can, I'll stream this every day, and hopefully via a mixture of the chat and the comments on the VODs, I will get better at HOI4, and then more people will watch me, and then that'll be even better. Because people care more about watching people who are better than them than watching people randomly click around trying to figure out what they're doing. Especially for a game that's been out a few years now. God, didn't this come out in like 2016? It's been out 4 years. It still feels like a new game to me. I guess because I haven't played that much, but still. Now, have we got all... It looks like that's an airport, that's okay. I think they have got all of the ports guarded. I did defend the coastline. I don't know how much that's worth it. Okay, this is what I was talking about. So, Germany's remilitarized the Rhineland. We could do this as an act of war. Okay, so that would actually cause a civil war for me. So that would be bad. Okay, that's good. I like the fact that I'm not inclined to do that. Instead, we will just issue a diplomatic protest and let Germany do what they do. We do now need to pick our next focus. Ban the leagues. What does that do? Remove national spirit, political violence, but I lose stability. What's political violence? Stability is not too awful. I've seen much worse. Political violence. Okay. Doesn't sound like a bad thing to do. Is that 5% more consumer goods factories? That's not good. Why would I want that? I mean, I get it gives me more stability at least. We can get some core. Don't know how much matter's going down there. What I would like is just more factories. That's fairly good for military factories. I might alternate between here and here. We do also need to do the ones over here. We have 2 research slots that we can get by doing this. And this will also invest in our stuff abroad. I'd rather just concentrate on France proper rather than investing too much abroad. So that's another factory, or I feel like I should ban the leagues. I'm hoping that'll stop me having like a revolution from the communists halfway through. Put up to speed 5 now. Just shoot through the focuses and I guess techs, because there isn't too much to be doing right now. I could organise my armies a bit better, I guess. But we could do that closer to the time of the war anyway. I know, or at least from what I do know, Grand Battle Plan is apparently not very good. But I like to stick with things when they've already been assigned to me, so I'll stay with this. Having at least that would be really good for actually defending when Germany attacks. I don't know which side I want to go down here though. Now these... Oh god, no, actually. I have a big negative to that, don't I, from one of these? Am I missing it? Ah, there we go. Yeah, Victor's a Great War, Lang Doctrine research time. So we don't want to bother with the Lang Doctrine until we've got rid of that. These are big bonuses and going down them is important, but it's certainly not worth... I'll do that one. Just improve the basic infantry more. It's not worth doing them when they take 3.5 years. That is totally not worth it. So I don't... Oh yeah, there's another thing. This added in La Resistance, which I don't know much about, is how Intel works now. I know... Oh, what's this? Withdraw? No, I won't be withdrawing. That can go through. I don't think it's even possible to get enough political power to withdraw. Anyway, yeah, I know a little bit about how the intelligence works. It uses a lot of civs, though. I don't like the idea of using 5 of my civs so early. Hello, Romulus. What a surprise that you're the first person to comment in the chat. What are we doing? Lecture, public demands rearmament. How are you doing, Romulus? I don't know what kind of latency I have on this. I think there's a minute or 2 of latency. So forgive me if I don't reply straight away. Now, this would put me up to early mobilization, which is good. I don't see why I wouldn't pick this. Is it going to, while the majority still support... Nah, I'm going to be radical. I'm hoping picking that won't cause a war to kick out in the middle of France, but it might do. That would be bad. But early mobilization is a huge improvement over civilian economy. Grow rubber plants in Madagascar. That's actually not bad, but we're not buying rubber right now. That'd be better if we got to the point where we're buying rubber. I mean, Romulus, you must spend all of your time on YouTube, because I swear you managed to get in like every single one of the very few streams I've done. Yeah, I've been good. I've been a bit all over the place with the quarantine. So I just, you know, I feel like I don't know what I'm doing a lot of the... Not in like any particularly bad way, but I've been lazing about a lot and not getting anything really done. So before the quarantine, I was getting in a really good routine of doing stuff. and it completely broke that. Anyway, what are we doing next? Reform the labour laws would be good. Begin rearmament would also be excellent, because then I could start going down defensive focus and build my forts. I don't know what's important for making sure that I don't end up in a civil war. Okay, let's just look at what helps us right this instant. Reform labour laws would not be awful, I don't think. Not going communist. What are the other options? There's nothing else to the right. I can begin rearmament, which gives me 4 military factories, which is actually pretty good. Or devalue the franc. I think begin rearmament is actually the best option right now. Have you played much? Do you know? I don't know how much you know about HOI, Romulus. If you can't tell from the title of the stream, especially compared to like EU4, I'm a bit of a noob at HOI. But I've been watching other people play it a lot recently, and I wanted to get into it. Most particularly, I don't know if you know Bo Cohen. I've been watching his live streams and the VODs from them, and I've been enjoying them. So it's the kind of thing. This is the kind of game I'd love to play with other people, but I wouldn't want to do so until I was actually half decent at the game. So let's just start building that to make that pop-up go away. Don't like pop-ups. I refuse to right-click them. They must be properly dealt with. Yeah, I think a lot of people feel like that. I know all of my friends and my close family have basically all been in a slump since the start of quarantine. And say, I'm just, I do shifts at work, and I've just gone from the night shift onto the day shift. I thought it'd be a good time for me to try and get out of the slump. What am I doing? I say reinforcement rate's really good. I think getting the 5% reinforcement rate is always a good choice. So I have played a bit of HOI. I might actually even have a couple hundred hours. I have Steam up next to me, so I can have a quick look. Yeah, I have 178 hours, which for most games is absolutely tons. I've been recently playing Trials of Cold Steel. I've finished 1, 2, and 3. I finished 1 and 2 a while ago. I've just finished 3, and I have like 100 hours in each of them, and I feel like I know the game back to front. When I play a game like HOI, I have 178 hours, and I don't have a clue what I'm doing. What I do know is I need more civilian factories, because civs are really important. So we'll start building more of them. Yeah, that's what I thought. I think I like the idea of playing HOI multiplayer because it's somewhat balanced as opposed to like EU4. I did some videos with some other guys on YouTube when I was doing EU4. I did enjoy those, but that was only with a few people. I think if you have a lot of people in EU4, especially if you're near each other, that either makes it way too easy or you just get annoyed when they destroy your country. Whereas this is more like this feels more like playing a game like, I want to use FIFA. FIFA's an awful example. But it's like, you just play a game, you win or you lose, and you carry on, whereas EU4 takes so long. It's not a good game to play with other people. Better research rate would certainly be good going forwards. Right now, though, I kind of just want to improve what I've got. And what I've got is a deficit of artillery. So let's improve on the deficit by making the artillery more important. Okay, so I kind of want to go defensive focus here. Partly because defensive focus leans more towards infantry, at least to start with, whereas aggressive focus, from what I've seen, leads more towards motorized. And that involves me having to build more motorized, which means I have... Actually, we do have a lot of troops already. It might be better to go aggressive with France than defensive. Although if I just want to make sure I'm surviving, the important bit just to start with is to survive. So with that in mind, defense would be definitely superior. I can intervene in Spain. I don't think I'm going to do that. Doesn't matter what Spain does. Spain is irrelevant because I have it on default focuses for the countries. I'm being really boring. I'm going to go down just democratic. I thought I'm going to do a really basic France run. Just to get the... What is it? I've lost the page now. I have Steam up next to me on my laptop so I can check things. I want the really basic France achievement of don't die. So I'm just going to go democratic and eat Germany. Yeah, Vive la France. Reach 1948 as France without capitulating or surrendering. And I'm wasting mills right now. No, I'm not on pause. It's okay. What have we got? We have 5 more. That's huge. We still need more infantry equipment. Definitely need more artillery. Tanks. We are built. Actually, we have started building motorized. So I'm gonna build more motorized, and when we have a decent stockpile of that, I'll start putting out some divisions using it. Or we could... do we have motorized in our tank divisions? Yeah, so motorized is used for our tank divisions. So we do need some of that to support them. I see what Germany's doing now. I might want to actually do a bit of espionage. We have quite a few factories, I guess. I mean, we are France. We are a major power. I'm going to do some espionage. Romulus, you're the only one in chat. Choose a symbol. Just the 1 through 10. Starting from 1, ending at 10, going like that. Choose a symbol. I've clicked off it, so you can... I hope you chose before I did that. Okay, what have we got? Factory output is definitely good. That gives me cores. Cores are pretty good. Or a lot of political power. We can support the Finns. If we want to actually support the Finns, doing that earlier would be better. Or I say the sooner we get down here and start inviting people to our faction, the better. 4. Okay, I'll do that in a second. Don't know what else to actually do as France research-wise. We started with quite a lot. Maybe air, actually. We could... Our fighters aren't great, so let's upgrade them. Which one's 4? The tower. Tower it is. Oh, if I was clever, if I was a good streamer, I'd have come up with some witty name for the intelligence division. Unfortunately, I'm a noob streamer, so I can't do that. What I need is multiple viewers who can give me feedback on all this stuff way before I actually want it, and then I'll be ready for when these things come up to already do them, and it'll be like I've come up with the idea. But actually, I'm just remembering what somebody else said to me earlier. There we go. Okay, we have an intelligence division. Now, I care less about counter-espionage than being able to find out what Germany's doing. So let's get our departments all done. That won't take very long. And we need more mills. Where has the best infrastructure? I could be making an incorrect assumption here, but I've been assuming that higher infrastructure means that the factories will get built faster. I mean, that just kind of makes some sense to me, so I've been going with it. And should we go... we're not quite in 37 yet. I'll do more planes. Now, as far as I'm aware, the best thing is battlefield support and using a lot of CAS. So we'll go down that. I could be wrong. I'm sure it's if you go towards a particular thing, remove a Imaginate agreement. What does Imaginate agreement actually do? That gives more consumer goods factories, which is bad. It does give me 10% stability, and it lowers some other things. I guess this is stability I care about right now. I'll leave it. I'm assuming I was given that for a reason, so I'll leave it on for a bit. Okay, next army department. We need an operative. I mean, this guy, like... Yeah, to me this guy looks the most suave, and therefore he has to be the best operative. We'll keep him in France until we have a second operative, just in case he gets captured. But he will be the one going out to actually do the sneaky spying and stuff. Like a French James Bond. I don't know if the French have an equivalent to James Bond, so I'm just going to compare everyone to him as far as the spies go. Now, buy time is going with Britain, and that would be historical, I believe. But we don't want to do that. We want to go down here and do the little Entente. So this will make everyone like us. Or we could go somewhere else first. I feel like mixing it up a bit. More factory output would be nice. I can actually get... We can actually get a lot of mills going down here. I feel like I should do that. We obviously need our faction done before... We need our faction ready before Germany starts eating people. But up until that point, it's not too important to have the faction. So I'll leave it a little bit. Silent workhorse, very important. Get more political power. Now, we started with alright tech, but I probably want to actually try and get the extra research slots. I don't know how soon, right, because we started with decent tech, the initial war with Germany should be alright, and it'll take a while to get the research slots, which means it'll take a while to pay off. Decryption power, that involves going, I need to be able to decrypt the Enigma code, so let's get that. Obviously very important. I don't know if there's any bias for the Germans, like having really good encryption on everything or anything like that. I remember learning about the Enigma code at school. I found that quite interesting. Compared to modern day encryption, it's literally child's play. but it's interesting. So I actually work in IT, and learning about some of the encryption methods in IT, I do enjoy. As it's one basic fact a lot of people don't realise is the length of how important the length of a password is. As long as a password is, I think it's 13 characters is the sweet spot. But if it's just made of random characters and isn't like words are much less secure. But if you just have 13 random characters, a password is virtually unbreakable. The only reason anyone would ever get into anything of yours if you use a password like that would be if the password got hacked otherwise, like you put it in an already compromised database. More decryption power, go. Spain requests aid. Which Spain, though? Though the political situation in Spain has long been unstable, it appears that the severity of the conflict has taken the Spanish government by surprise. They have requested any aid we can muster to help them in their fight against fascism and urge us to not dally too long in this critical time. Yeah, but which Spain? It's obviously the Republicans. It is doubtful whether the Republican government can win the current civil war without outside assistance, and, though the victory of the democratic Spain would be a desirable outcome, it is likely that providing this aid would encourage communist sympathisers in our own country. Ooh, so they rely on us and we must aid them, gives me a lot of communism. It doesn't directly help Spain unless I also give them other things, so I'm not going to help Spain. Unfortunately, Romulus, password 123 is not a good password. And I can tell you that, well, as long as I never actually mention who I actually work for, this is fine me saying, I guess. I can tell you an awful lot of users at the company I work for, not anyone who actually works at the company, but our customers, have passwords like that, and it makes me cringe. Because our customers are supposed to also be IT literate. Yeah, having a password like password 123, anyone with any idea of what they're doing, if they actually wanted to get into your account, you might as well not even have a password at that point. In fact, that's the point where even like a child might accidentally guess it, so not strictly good. Yes, we can decrypt the Germans now, go. After that I should decrypt the Italians, so the Italians are less pressing. Okay, I can see what the Germans are doing now, which is good. They're currently on army innovations. What I'm more interested in seeing is how far after... Have they done Anschluss yet? No, they haven't even done Anschluss yet, so we've got a while. Hey, that depends. How many hours have you put into that Path of Exile account, Romulus? How many hours of your life could be stolen away from you because of the use of a poor password? Imagine if your YouTube account's password got taken. Think of all of the horrible videos people could watch, and then your recommended videos would just be awful. More free civilian factories. I'm wondering if oil would be any use to me. I should probably buy some oil, actually, to at least get my stockpile up. Britain, sell me just a bit of oil, just so I can start ticking the stockpile up a bit quicker. I don't have radio yet. Radio is... not radio, radar stations. If I could build them, that'd be good. I don't care so much about dockyards, because I don't need to beat the Italians and the Germans at sea. I guess I'll just keep doing what I was and alternate between civilian and military and civ factories. I do like having radar stations though, so I might build a couple of those or get the research. Then I can just stick one on the border with the Germans and one on the border with the Italians. So it sounds like China is grouping together. Just got 4 more mill factories, which is good. Let's confirm Eastern commitments. I haven't done... You just said like you should get the research slots as quickly as possible. I haven't actually done a single focus towards getting the research slots yet. Okay, give refuge to scientists. What does this do? Lowers my stability. My stability is okay. And I get 5% more research speed. I mean, losing 5% stability, what's that going to do to me? That's going to lose me very little, but 5% research speed is pretty huge. So I'll take the German scientists. Okay, probably wasted a bit of time doing that. I'm going to do what I said and get radio detection. Now, have we started actually having enough infantry equipment to do this yet? I shouldn't do that. That's a poor way of doing that. Add a unit there. What about tanks? What are we lacking horribly here? We are lacking infantry equipment and light tanks. Because I'm doing upgrades, let's unprioritize upgrades. I think just having more men out would be better. Yeah, I've started with 3. I can get 2, so I'd have a maximum of 5. So eventually, as it stands, the Germans would out-tech me. But chances are, from what I've seen of this game, you've usually won or lost by that kind of time. Okay, we've told all the eastern countries that we do still care about them. Oh, this is kind of annoying. Czechoslovakia, Poland, Kingdom of Romania, and 1 other. Thanks, game. That's helpful information. I can guarantee Poland. I don't need to guarantee Poland right now. I'd be better off just doing this. As it stands, by doing that, when Germany go after Czechoslovakia, that would be when the war starts, rather than when they go after Poland. And if the war starts when they go after the Czechs, we'll probably run them over. Because there's a good chance they won't even have Italy with them at that point. I don't need medics. I have plenty of manpower. What law am I on? Oh, I'm on limited conscription already, actually. I thought I'd probably be on volunteer only, but no. Extensive conscription gives... How much more will that give us? That's going to give us like 1 million manpower with only the detriment of 10% extra training time. Dockyards. Let's just get everything that's already started finished. And then we'll look at other stuff. I can't quite get radio stations yet. In the meantime... I mean, there's nothing... Wouldn't be anything wrong having a fuel silo. How much do they take to build? They are twice as quick as a sieve factory. I'm going to build a couple of these. Stick one like there and no, here. It's alright, Romulus. I'm sure I won't get absolutely ruffle-stomped by the German panzer tanks. My little light Frenchy tanks are going to run right over them. I'm not even building planes yet. I should probably build more planes. I will take your advice though. Field hospital is medics now. Nothing else here that looks like medics, so field hospital it is. I think I do have a small stockpile of support equipment, but 400 is basically nothing. We're still lacking in infantry equipment there. Definitely need some more of that. I can do a couple things here. Are any of them that I can do worth it? Hawk. Lose more stability for the war support. What do I gain from war support? Effects from mobilization speed down, surrender limit down. I don't think that's necessary unless we're actually at war. But Romulus, I'm playing France. We won the Great War. No war after that could be nearly as important. I'm thinking I'm going to grab another plane thing. And there we go. We'll defend democracy. We've got this. I can get Britain on side. If I get Britain on side, that would make a big difference in our strength. That's also extra weekly stability. That's pretty good. Let's get Britain on side, because that will mean we don't have to worry about the ocean pretty much at all. Yeah, I'm going. Britain's going to leave the Allies, and he's going to join my faction instead, because my faction's better. I mean, look at this guy. Who would not want Leon Blum leading them? Oh, well. You. I think that might be my first produced division. That's the first division I've actually managed to produce. My lack of support infantry equipment is kind of hurting. But now that I've turned off upgrades, so not so many of them are trying to do that, that is helping. Oh, what a surprise. The Nationalists won. And they're on our border. Lovely. I hope that works. Luckily, I'm on historical focus, so that shouldn't bite me in the butt. But. I shouldn't be attacked from behind. Canada. Canada is faring well. He's strengthening his ties with the Commonwealth, like a good pet to the UK. Hey! I've broken apart the Allies, and I am now in charge. Now we just need to invite everyone else. Remove national spirit full employment. What is that and what's it doing? Full employment. Recruitable population. That's not so important right now. It'll be necessary when the war kicks off. Oh shit. Oh no. No, UK. What? I didn't know this was a thing. I need to deploy an extra 600,000 men. I killed the Allies, but I've killed myself at the same time. I don't have enough equipment to actually put down that many men. Quick, deploy more. I don't think that's probably helped much. I don't think I even have enough manpower to deploy that many people.
Écoutez.
Oh well, whoever said we had to be in charge of our alliance? So, note to self, inviting the UK to an alliance is a poor decision. This is basically not an ahead of time penalty anymore. I have 100 days to deploy a lot more men than I have. Is it possible for me to put this up? No. Oh wait, one of the following must be true. We have more than 20% war support. I think I probably need to also be at war though. So I don't think it's possible for me to actually do what I need to here. Can I kick the UK back out of the alliance? I'm assuming I can't. UK, please. This was my faction. Please don't take it over. Yugoslavia. I'd rather keep my planes actually. I don't know if I actually have to give them planes, but I'd rather just keep them.
Attention.
Oh well, at least the civil war isn't within France. It's just a diplomatic civil war where the UK is going to be like bad France. You thought you could be in charge of the Allies? No, your little Entente, that's the new Allies now. You say the UK must leave. Is there a way I can actually tell him to leave? Kick from faction. I can't kick before the second... Oh, I might be able to kick him before it happens then. When is this going to happen? Oh no. I think it's probably set that it's... Yeah, I don't think it's possible for me to kick him before it would happen. Upgrade that. Because I can kick on the 2nd of March. It's currently the 24th of Jan. And I have... I think this is probably set up exactly so you can't do it. If I get to keep... If I can just kick him in time but keep all of his vassals though. Or whatever you call them, his dominions. Colony. Oh yeah, I'll keep your colonies, Britain, but you need to stay out of the alliance. Yay, Yugoslavia's in. Hungary demands the right to rearm. Sure, do what you want, Hungary. No, it's my alliance. Do I need to... Actually, let me check the achievement for the Little Entente. Do I need to lead it? Nah, it doesn't say I need to be in charge of the Little Entente. I can still get the achievement for it without being in charge, so that's fine. Did I build my radio stations? I didn't, did I? No. So let's put one there and one there. Because I know exactly what Germany's going to do, I'm going to put one there as well, because I'm psychic. Is there anyone here worth getting? Research speed and civilian factory speed. That guy's definitely worth getting. Haha! Success. We can do it. Goodbye, UK. Problem solved. Okay, so I did also lose his I lost his colonies as well, which is not surprising, honestly. But I've kicked him out. We just have the Czechs and Yugoslavia now. And I think Yugoslavia can basically beat up Italy on their own. So I'm sure we're better than Germany. Yugoslavia will beat up Italy, and the Czechs are just there to top it all off. Hey, I'm actually able to produce something in the way of units now. Lovely. I am now low on manpower, and I can't put my... I probably shouldn't produce many more units then. Because I don't want to actually go down to like 0 manpower before I'm even at war. Yeah, we've successfully neutered the Allies. I had Britain join my faction. They gave up their own faction, and then I kicked them from the faction. So they now have no choice but to wait until they need us and then join us anyway. But I'll be in charge properly by then. Is there much in the way of resources in France? Is it worth me getting the resource stuff? Oh, there's a lot of iron. Oh, there's absolutely tons of iron. That's ridiculous. How much am I using? I bet I'm using a lot, aren't I? We have... Okay, we're not even using a third of what we have yet. So I don't think it's worth me trying to get more resources. What market do we have? Export focus. Is anyone buying from us? We are selling 6 resources, but we definitely have more we can sell. Why is everything happening 39? God damn it. Also, can I get this in a reasonable research time yet? No. It's alright, my colonies can burn. I'm definitely not going to be able to defend them. What I do want is better radios. There we go. Romania's in. Oh, we can actually make all of them stronger. I kind of like the idea of that. Also, let's see if we can get Poland to join, because Poland's actually not too weak. I know, like, Germany purposely ruffle stomped them, but Poland do have a lot of men.
Gardez vos rangs. Aux ordres.
Oh, you know what I have completely failed to do? Actually, after I've done this... I kind of want to invest in them, but before I do anything of that... How do I get rid of the victors of the Great War? Can I find it with this? Remove national... Okay, I've got to get all the way down there. Oh, that's awful. Okay, after we have done our current focus, I'm just going to head straight down building forts. Yeah, before I did this stream, one of the kind of meme games I played was as Italy. And I tried fighting the French here. And if you can't tell from the current numbers of French divisions against the Italians, that didn't go as well as I was expecting it to, if I'm honest. Because as Italy, I actually put quite a few men in Africa. But I was kind of on my own. I got ruffle stomped by France up here and Britain down here.
Aux ordres.
Okay, Poland's on our side now as well. What we want to do now then is just focus on our defensive stuff. Oh, that's one thing I should do. I should probably try and put field hospitals in, especially considering our lack of manpower right now. Also, having some anti-tank guns might not be a bad idea if I can just slide them into a few divisions. Some anti-tank guns might just save me from Germany. Okay, we've decrypted Germany, so if we start struggling against them, that's a bonus we can get. We should start decrypting Italy as well. I know, remind me what I get from this. Yeah, so planning speed up, that's good for offense. Defense bonus against country 15%. Okay, so as far as defending, this is actually better for attacking, that is, from what I can see. Our planes are non-existent, so I'm not going to do any more of that right now. I'm somewhat lacking on appropriate focuses. I don't think oil's ever going to be an issue because I've got Britain on my side. Maybe I will just keep going down planes. Eventually planes will be important. I actually have an excess of infantry equipment now for the first time. So maybe how much support equipment do I have stockpiled? I have 1,000 support equipment. That seems like a lot. We also just got the better radio towers, so that's good. Logistics, I don't think that's important. Signal companies. Signal companies, I think, are good for the higher the initiative the unit has, the quicker it can reinforce into a battle, and the quicker. Okay, so that reads to me signal companies are better, or recovery rate better though. Yeah, so I'm gonna go signal company. Well, I'm actually going. Do I want to reorganize this? I don't think I do. We still need more infantry equipment. I'd like more support equipment so we can add tons of support to all of our units.
Attention.
I probably have... I don't know if I do have more men than I need down there. How long is it going to take us to get down here? It's like 2.5 months each. I reckon we can just about finish digging in before Germany comes knocking. Also, I'm going to start building... Not building, but I'm going to start with a new group, which is going to be... I can't actually put them... No, that's because I'm on the wrong thing. There we go. They're going to go on the Belgian border for when Germany breaks through there. And that province is already occupied, so that's fine. Now, I should probably make it so I can understand what's going on a bit better here. So, these are the African guys, right? Yeah. Now, can I remember how to change the shield? Here we go. This will make it easier for me to know what's going on. Africa is sandy, so they're going to be yellow. And they're going to have that, because I'm going to attack with them. I'll make it brighter yellow. A little bit brighter. You guys are... Yeah, so you're you. You are going to be a tower, because you're going to sit there and let Italy attack you. You are also going to be a tower, because you're going to do the same. You are my garrison. Oh, I'll use that insignia for them.
Gardez vos rangs.
You guys, tower number 3. Cool, so all of the... Then I just have these 3 in random locations that are going to be completely irrelevant, and I probably should have just brought them home.
Aux ordres.
I should probably also put people in charge. Hey, there goes Austria. The Kingdom of Hungary announces treaty of whatever. Issue an ultimatum. No, I'm going to fold. I don't want war right now. I want war when I have... Oh, can I go for either of these? Makes towed artillery easier to make. This will be better when I can actually get my land doctrine. So I'll be able to get through my land doctrines really quickly if I have bonuses for them. Italy abandoned the naval treaty, sure, whatever. Now, I should get some commanders in charge. I'm looking for somebody that... Max entrenchment +1, old god. Although, who has... Here we go, that guy's got 4 defense. His division recovery rate's a bit lower. I'm gonna put. He's got 4 defense though, so he's gonna be in charge down there. Oh, sorry, he's in charge of those guys. These guys will have. I'm looking ideally for defensive guys. Him, and then you guys. That guy's got 3 defense. Excellent. And that, unfortunately, is actually going to have to be the end for today, because I need to go eat. Getting Special Forces research. Your Mountains Division can probably help keep Italy. Yeah, that's probably a good point. I can't train any more Mountaineers right now, but from what you have said, what I am going to do... How have I ended... wait. Everyone in this division, can you actually like go over there? Oh no, I see. You're overlapping here. That's what's confusing me. Okay. Now, what I was going to do though, before I forget, is I think it's just this one guy. You can go down here. So my mountaineers are down here. And these guys in Italy, I'm going to take the tanks away from them and put them on the German line. Because tanks will help stop tanks. You've actually chosen a good time, Romulus, because I'm going now as well. So, I may stream a bit more later, but more likely I won't. I do want to try and stream every day for a bit after work, though, so I'll probably stream for an hour or so tomorrow. Until then, though, for you and anyone else who's watching this, I hope you have a good day, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.